Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time to run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Monday, Mosh Pit. Hope your weekends were awesome. Hope your football teams did great, unless you were playing against the Buccaneers, which was the Broncos. And by that count, I don't know if the Bucs won or not, or the Broncos won, because I'm recording this before the football games. But I want to say thank you all very much for the support, and also thank you for the support on the TCG Card Simulator videos. I'll talk about that in a moment, but first off, here's your Mosh Pit of the day. A little bit of a continuation, and also like kind of a start of a trend. I'd love to see like sort of a predation mosh pet of the day, like, you know, so we have a gecko in the first picture, and then the mosh petception here sent in by the Spindly Man on the subreddit. The title thread was Lady Roberta Hissington, or Bobby to her friends, enjoys watching Cine V with me. And then in the thread itself, they said Bobby's Viv is next to the TV and often watches TV with us. But when she's out, we spend quality time enjoying some Invicta together. Thank you very much, the Spindly Man, or Spindly Man. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And also, because we have a gecko and then a snake, now I'm fully expecting to see the next mosh pet of the day to be something that that is a predator of snakes. That'd be pretty neat. Oh my God, it's Spin Down Die. November Charlie Papa 884 Yankee 4. We got ourselves Spin Dizzle. Also, Mongo Baby and Trickle Charge. So that was a little bit of an accidental, like, predation inception meme there, and I'm all for it. So we got to get something that eats snakes, and then after that, we got to get something that eats that, and then we'll just see how big we can go. I'm down for this trend. And no, you can't just put pictures of, like, say, like, oh, here's a mongoose. I got, you know, it's got to be a picture of the pet while also watching a Invicta video in the same frame with that picture of the pet of the day. We'll see how big the animals can get. And no, humans don't count. You can be like, oh, technically humans can eat anything. Okay, well, let's keep it to the non-humans. How about that? Non-humans and animals only. And of course, you say that, and people are like, well, technically, humans are animals. Okay, all right, we get it there, Poindexter. You know your biology. Congrats. You watched Northern Lion, I guess. Bio major, by the way. So Spin Down Die is going to be an active item that allows us to spin down the item number of the item ID, I should say, of whatever is inside of the room with us. It works for all item pedestals, and it can be used early on to not only break the game, but also just get yourself some items that you normally wouldn't have any access to. It's a very good item also to unlock things. For those of you who are looking for Platinum God, look at Spin Dizzle. It's a very good one to get. One of the better starting unlocks you can get. I don't remember how to unlock it, though, but you can probably look it up, I'm sure. We have, like, the most giant floor 1 ever, I think. Well, here, so we'll see what happens. Now, this is one of those items that I've talked about many times where it just necessitates having the external information mod. Like, there's no reason why this item should exist without having some way of identifying what you're going to roll into. If we didn't have the external information mod, then chances are we would just have to simply look it up online. And who wants to go like, oh, wait, hang on a second, what does little chest turn into with Spin Down Die? Oh, it's not on there. Little chest item ID. Then find the item ID. Okay. Item IDs in the binding of imagine doing that for every single item. You know, of course, you could also just rip it and be like, oh, hey, look, we got this now. You know, you could do that if you want to be a wild person, but me personally, I like a little bit more civilized approach to my video games as my profession, of course. So we're looking for one more scent here, and I really, really, really want to get Incubus. That'd be nice with Mongo Baby early on. Our stats are nothing spectacular. Try not to get hit here from these demon fires. We'll see what we can get off of the boss. I'm not going to take the temperance pill or the temperance card, because obviously I'm not going to take pills. One bomb leads to a world of possibilities. So if we can get one singular bomba, we are doing okay. Why did you go that way? That's what I want to know. Like, why did you go that way, though? Blighted Ovum went in the opposite direction of where Little Blighted Ovum was. I'm kind of mad about it because now we can't tap the. I mean, we can tap the sack room, but it's just not worth it. It is absolutely, positively just not worth losing our only soul heart and going down to 1 heart here with only 1 heart remaining. Yeah, I mean, I will go into the sack room to see maybe if there's a bomb in there, but I am not touching it. Okay. Super secret's to the left of there, by the way. Yeah, we're gonna leave with nothing here. We got a range upgrade, but no incubus, and yeah, a missing soul heart. So floor 2 is where we usually play catch up on the current events of the channel and what's going on, and that's what we're going to do today as well. As we clear through this here to get our devil deal, obviously we don't want to lose the soul heart. We don't want to lose any red hearts at all, and we need some keys and bombas. That's consumables have been an early game issue for us for a while now. That's funny game. So thank you all very much for those of you who've been showing support on the TCG Card Simulator series. I would love that to become a side series here to run, just to run not side by side, but just to run before Isaac. I may experiment with later on in the day. We'll see for the release schedule and stuff. But with non-Isaac stuff, obviously there's a vast majority of people who just don't watch them, and that's the catch-22 about being a successful channel that is not only good, but only posts one thing. It's kind of like a one-trick pony in a way, and it was never my intention, nor really my wish or desire to become a one-game channel. But that's just how it worked out. I mean, Isaac is Isaac. It is the game that I'll be known for forever, pretty much, and I'm fine with that because I love playing Isaac. But with the way that YouTube works, it is unfortunate that content creators are pretty much forced to do one thing and one thing only. Whatever made their channel to be popular, that's the thing that they have to do now. And some channels get away with doing multi-content, but that's usually because they're already big enough. The ones that come to mind, of course, PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jack, Game Grumps, like those guys are already pretty much established and they can play whatever they want. But they're known for Let's Plays. Whenever they do something that's not Let's Playing, sometimes, numbers dip, yada, yada, yada. For me personally, I think that setting the bar, the requirements a little bit lower is smart. If these videos continue to get 1,000 likes on them, I will continue to put them on the main channel. I do not want to relegate them to the gaming channel, although at the same time, though, that would also help out that channel because I recently lost the monetization on that channel as well. So it's either way, I'm excited to be playing a new game. The feedback has been very, very, very good for the game. People have really been digging it. They liked it. They want to see something new. They want to see me playing something that isn't Isaac. And I totally 100% am willing to do that. But at the same time, the reason why I established the gaming channel is just to protect my channel, my main channel, from getting punished by the algorithm. People unsubbing because it's not Isaac, and yes, people do that. That is something that we live in. If they don't get exactly what they want whenever they expect it, they will leave immediately. And it sounds fickle, but that's this business. Is a very rough business to be in. But I'm having a lot of fun with that game so far. I'm going to be recording them in batches, and I'll be evaluating whether or not there's no reason to take crackjacks right now. Hey, Lord of the Pit is something that I definitely want. Although we can't, now that I think about it, we cannot take Lord of the Pit. Well, no, we can actually. We can get the nail, get credit for Leviathan, and then roll it into Lord of the Pit. And I will not take Ekodama. If we can get a full charge, that would be best, because I don't necessarily want nothing but soul hearts here. But yeah, it's a fun game. I'm usually not a big fan of the whole like simulator genre, just because they're usually just copy paste Unity assets and stuff. I do know that game was and still is a mobile game port, kind of a mobile game port. It has a simplified version of it, but I've been enjoying it. It's been a lot of fun. I think that it appeals to me a lot because obviously I do have my own TCG store. And it's something that I'm, passionate about, knowledgeable about, but also am willing to have a good time. And I'm glad that a lot of people have also been having a good time with that. So thank you all very much for those of you who've been encouraging more people to go check out that series and make it a mainstay here on the channel. That would be great. Secret room, right? Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot do anything with that. But we do have a lot of keys now, so I just want to say thank you very much. Already, there's already been some people who just can't help themselves and be like, this is the streamlined way to do it. Do this and this and this. You're not charging this, and you should be doing blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that will get on my nerves very quickly. And also probably make it to where you won't be able to talk anymore. It's just like, hey, how about you chill? All right, it's a new game I've never seen before. Super happy that you have experience, and I know you don't mean anything by it, but hey, why don't you just let me learn? First the Lost. But I've been doing this a long time, and I know that there are certain individuals that just cannot help themselves to give unsolicited advice. They literally cannot help themselves. And in a way, I sort of feel bad for them because it definitely comes off as rude. And they can't control their impulses. But at the same time, if you find yourself being that kind of person, just hang back and relax. Say, hey, you know what? It's a new game. He's never played it before. Nothing needs to be streamlined. Nothing needs to be just min-maxed. And that's really a problem with modern gaming as well, is that people just want the most efficient, quote, best way to do it. And if you're not doing that, then you're just, what are you even doing? That's how some people really think about, or how that's really how some people really feel about gaming in this day and age. And that's just not me. I don't even do that in the game that I am good at. Which many people will tell you quite frequently. That's okay too, Yeah, that game's a lot of fun. I know that it's early access, so we'll see how much they end up adding onto the game. I know that it's already very, very popular and very successful on Steam, mainly through content creators and stuff, so that's really cool. And a lot of people have already said they picked up the game based on that one video that I did. Well, one video at the time of this recording, but by the time you see this, 2 videos will have been out. With more on the way on the main channel, so... Right, we need to get some damage, need to get some tiers right here. This floor 3, we technically haven't really done much in terms of improving our stats at all. We've gotten mobility, we've gotten flying and a little bit of movement speed. I'm happy about that. Had we had this movement speed prior to what in the world? What in the hell? Yeah, I don't want Dead Doves, but I definitely do want Sacred Heart though. If we can manage it. I saw the toothpicks and I'm like, yeah, there's a reason why my brain, my old noggin is saying, hey, there's your target right there, big fella. So obviously we need to get a lot of full charges here. But with the quarter dropping in the secret room, or in the mob trap room, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that we can get the charges here. Down soul, buddy. There's one more episode coming out that would have actually no, you would have seen 3 episodes by now because it's Monday. Yeah, so that was the last episode of this recording batch. Remember, I'm recording this on Sunday, so after that I need to evaluate to see where things are setting at. I probably already have, to be honest. Okay, so we have a charge there. Our only goal right now is Sacred Heart. We need to get 2 more full charges, and I have no idea how big this floor is. So I'm going to leave that mini charge there for now and hope that we find another one. It's a big room, so this should count for 2 charges, which is good. We might have a chance here. It'll be a miracle if we pull this off, but another big room. Okay, so that, never mind. That was, wait, no, that did count as 2 charges. Yeah, this should also count as 2 charges. The one time in history that Curse of Lost is fine, making us doing a making us do a full clear. Trail. We absolutely cannot, however, we cannot have something slurp up our full charge. So, if you don't know what just happened there, I got distracted for half a second and looked away and hit the spacebar button. The room right before we got in there. That's haste makes waste. Great shop here. The sad thing is we would have had the full charge too. With the mini charge, we absolutely would have had it. Look, I'm mad at myself. I'm actually furious at myself right now for doing that. Yep. And we would have had the mini charge right here. We could have had Sacred Heart. Unless we get the box. That's about the only thing that can give us a full charge at this point. Are you kidding me? So we get PJs here. I don't know if there's another... I don't know how many rooms are left to clear on this map, obviously, because of Curse of Lost. Doesn't look like there is any. I'm so mad at myself. My stupid brain. I do not think there's any more rooms we can clear. We've already done the challenge room, obviously. There's nothing in the curse room. Oh, get out of here. You were the reason why I thought that we were in that room. You cannot get a full charge off of doing a challenge. Did we go in the... We did go in the secret room, right? Right? Did not. Be lazy here. You can clear 4 rooms, or find a full charge. Don't think it's gonna happen though. I'm pretty sure that we're out of rooms here. I was hoping maybe there was a full charge in the shop, but yeah. That we can't even get into the alt path door. You know, it's just one of those things that you deserve to be punished on that. penalized in some way. And yeah, if anything, let this be a lesson to you all to just slow the hell down. You're not in a hurry. We are not going to make boss rush. Haste makes waste. Balls of Steel. I was just trying to make it to where we can get a maybe a full, like a 40-hour energy, which we still could technically bomb those mushrooms, but yeah. We're gonna have to settle for a Tears upgrade and shot speed, which is something that we did need, admittedly so. But obviously missing out on Sacred Heart is it's a heartbreaker. No pun intended there. But like I said, let my mistake be a lesson to you all, and also a lesson to my big stupid head. There's no reason for a misplay like that. All right, so we end up coming away with a Tears upgrade and a shot speed upgrade. It's still fine, not the best case scenario, but it's not like we lost anything. You know, technically we didn't have Sacred Heart, so there's nothing to lose there in the first place. It just would have been nice for sure. But had we had Sacred Heart, though, we would have still needed a good amount of shot speed and Tears. And I'm not as mad at myself for missing out on the damage and stuff. It's more the fact that I just did it. The fact of a big misplay like that is what I'm angry about. Angry at myself, mind you. Don't do that. Don't do what Sinvicta does. Humbling Bundle. We will take that. Okay, there is a full charge. There's a full charge inside of the shop. Yes, we need it. We have a lot of HP here. Still no damage. Decent amount of Tears. And we got Mongo Baby. But I've been enjoying that game. It's a lot of fun. Get a boss item and 2 soul hearts, which I'm definitely down for. And range and Tears. Mr. Dolly turns into that. I think I'd rather just take the range and Tears, to be honest. And a whole bunch of red hearts. A little bit of a misplay there. I should have taken the Mr. Dolly and then walked out of the curse room before the hearts spawn. That way they're outside of the room, just in case we needed those red hearts for like a sack room or something like that. We get the D1 Hizzle. Lots and lots and lots of red hearts. Unfortunately, we don't have two. We do not have 2 HP containers, though. Shade very much. Lots of full charges. Well, I guess almost a full charge. 2/3 charge in there. Shadow Grub's going ham here. Normally, I would say the secret room is there, but we've already been in there. Humbling Bundle giving us double pickups, which is always nice, and I just don't feel like being in this room. All right, so I don't know how we haven't found our item room yet, but it's going to be adjacent to the boss room, it looks like, which is very weird. It's so crazy, though, when I was talking about that, when I played the TCG shop simulator, is that it's exactly like something that I wanted, and I talked about in an Isaac episode like last year, where if I were to make a game, one of the things I would love to make is a realistic TC, like, trading card game simulator, where I could open up packs, there's different games, there's a fully functional, fleshed out game within the game if you wanted to play the card game or whatever, but also it's tied to an actual, like, economy in the game, obviously. That would basically fluctuate in price depending on how good a card is, or how, you know, maybe it takes like real life data from people who are playing the game in game, and then it creates an economy from there. I think that would be really, really, really cool. And then we get this game. I don't know when it came out for mobile, but it just recently released on PC, and it just happens to be like what I wanted. So it's really cool. I don't know what's on deck for the rest of the game or the future. I don't know if they plan on making There's been rumors that I've seen that people saying that they are going to flesh out the actual card game and stuff. And it's pretty odd that there's so many intricate stats and stuff and properties on these cards for them not to have a functional game to come out. Yeah, we'll take the blue cap here. Unfortunately, there's no secret room, but we could maybe make a play on the D1 Hizzle. I don't remember what that rolls into. Find out. Rolls into Sissy, so, but we don't know what's behind it if we do end up getting it. Well, that made things easier. Get Leviathan. We still, I mean, there's no reason to roll it now at this point. Get Brimstone. Still rubs a little salt in the wound that we didn't get Sacred Heart off of that. We could have had Sacred Heart Brimstone. But I ain't going to complain about Brimstone. We don't care about Eye of Occult. Or Boil Baby. Curse of the Blizzard. Alright, so priority number 1 now is hopefully finding damage. Necesito mucho Dano. Right. We need very damage. Spanish Mosh Pit's like, no! That is a weak Brimstone. Also, we've been getting more people signing up for the WoW Guild. Great to see everyone in the YouTube mosh pit. I will say, for those of you who have already who signed up and been accepted in the WoW Guild, I do want active people. You don't have to be like a raider. You don't have to be a PvPer. You know, just a casual player is fine. But you do have to log in more than once per week. That way we know, like, hey, can we depend on this person if we need like a heroic group or a raid or something like that, or did they just sign up to be in the guild and then that's that type thing, you know? So just be aware of that. Got a dice room here, which I would probably immediately... Well, no, if it was a 5 room, I wouldn't immediately take it. I would at least see what our boss gives us. This is a very weak Brimstone right now. In the room, D Twanky. Thank you, Mongo Baby. 35 cents here is good enough for a premium item, but we cannot see what we're going to buy, so we don't really care on this floor anyway. And we found another dead end, all right. Movement speed also still kind of slacking a little bit, but nothing is hurting us more right now than no damage. That's a real big problem with this. I figured it was a greed fight in here, which is the reason why I just came in here and just wanted to do it. Get some money and get a key. Looking for the boss room, and once again, we've somehow managed to draw a floor that the item room is almost adjacent to the boss room, which is highly unusual. Secret room's to the right of here, but it's Curse the Blind, so even if there was somehow an item in there, I'm not going to take it. Same thing for the Ultra Secret, or the Super Secret room, I don't really care. At least Brownie is having himself a day and a half. Dodging a little bit tricky here. Get Binky, which gives us a Tears Up and a double heart. So we get Eye of the Occult, which is a not bad item if you don't have Brimstone. Brimstone is pretty much the only, one of the few and only things that I do not ever take, or vice versa with Eye of the Occult, because the main reason why, and I don't know why this is, but for some odd reason, they made Eye of the Occult an automatic firing mechanic when you have Brimstone. It's only with Brimstone. So it does give us damage, which is something that we did need, but now we have the annoyance of having to toggle the shot on and off every single time we fire, if we don't want it to fire or something like that. So we get Uranus, which is going to give us a freezing Brimstone, which is pretty cool. No pun intended there. Was not going to trade it for Jupiter, even though I do like Jupiter in some cases. We cannot afford to lose the movement speed right now. Now, there are some people who do like Eye of Occult and Brimstone, and again, I can see why. It's definitely like a sort of like an autoplay type build. It's just annoying whenever you're not trying to like fire something, if like you have to lay a bomb or you've got Death's List or something like that. It can get a little annoying. We'll get a Hermit card, so we can save ourselves a key if we really cared about that. We'll take Purity. That doesn't roll into anything that I really care about. We have the Eraser, which does turn into our key. $0.49 R key. Looking for the backpack if we can get one, because that would be great for... If we can manage to get Spin Down and a backpack, that would be pretty massive for us. Need to see what this spins down into. Nothing, okay. I don't know what turns into what. Brown Nugget. Brigand's Body. The problem is we can't use Spin Down Die in here either, because we would re-roll the R key. I would love to get 15 cents to get Keeper's Sack, especially if we're going to be R keying here, which we might. And give it the old college try here. But as you see, even with Brimstone and Uranus here, this is not a banger. This is not a guaranteed Omega run type deal here for now. There's no sack room that I can see, so we're gonna have to give up Spin Down. Because I don't think there's enough for us to get Keeper Sack, which is not even really the point, to be honest, but their full card. I would like to have Spin Down for the Devil Deal if we do get one. Nothing I dislike about Eye of the Occult is just the ability, you have to aim with it. Forget Me Now. Yeah. Alright, so let's get the full card. Which was over... Yeah. And that way we can at least get out and then possibly use the Spin Down die on the Devil Deal. Now, if we don't get a Devil Deal, then none of this is going to matter. So, because of the R key here, I'm going to attempt another Omega run. We still haven't got one before the end of the year. We will get one before the end of the year. Come hell or high water. Maybe today is the day. The near miss on the last Omega run. I don't remember what day it was, but where it was a Amigo needed. That was an anagram of Omega denied, and no one, to my knowledge, sussed that one out. I thought that was pretty clever because we did need an Amigo in that. We needed Delirium, but also it was an anagram, so I thought that was pretty clever. All right, we say goodbye to Spin Down. We thank you for your service, Spin Dizzle. We will try to do you justice by completing an Omega run, or at least getting as close as possible, but we need some major, and I mean major, help on the damage side of things. Can we do it? Can we beat Lamb? Yeah, but it's going to be painful. All right, so our focus shifts now towards we gotta go to Dark Chest. I need to not be an idiot for a second time in this episode and accidentally hit spacebar and use the R key. And we also need damage. There's not really anything that I would be interested in for the dice room here. The Global D Twanky. This is going to be doubly dangerous for me because I have to tap the control key in order to stop the brimstone shots, and that just increases the chance of me actually accidentally tapping the spacebar. I wish I could unbind the key right now. I don't know if that's in the spirit of the game, but so we don't have to find a sack room right now. We do not need in fact, we don't want the access to the Mega Stand door for now because we can't do we're not going to go fight Mega Satan right now. We have to go beat Lamb. We're going to have to wait on Hush. We've already missed Hush. We still got Boss Rush. We still got to do Hush. All the optional stuff. All that will have to be on the victory lap. Which is fine. We have that ability to. Jesus Juice, which does give us damage. We did not get a Devil Deal. Kind of hoping that we're going to see a second Brimstone. That'd be nice. Take a cardio coin here. Purity, by the way, is what's giving us our extra movement speed. Our base damage is 650. I can sneak it. So you're seeing the nice thing about Uranus is that it does stop all the death rattles as well. If you get lethal damage and everything, including transformations, as you just saw right there, with these guarded hosts not being able to go into regular hosts, which is nice. I'm being so paranoid about where my fingers are right now on the keyboard. Hermit card's going to give us a second opportunity to just teleport around the map and just kind of make things a little bit easier. Doing great, Mongo baby. No. Mongo baby's always a bro. We do get a double deal, and it's a Krampus fight. All right. Okay. The blind doesn't really matter in Shoal. So what we have to do is we have to get through this run and then the next run without R-keying accidentally or dying. Beat all the optional bosses and then R-key, assuming that we don't get Mega Satan blocked like we've been getting literally all year so far. And then it comes down to finding a second R-key. Right now, I'm not happy with the amount of damage we've been taking, and that is a direct result of us not having movement speed. Right now, we have the blue aura from Purity, which is giving us the Tears upgrade. Looking for any kind of HP right now. Just a little bit of a run strengthener. This ain't it, Chief. I want to say this feels like the right way to go, but I also know that I'm very bad at jinxing stuff right now. But that's the plan. That is the roadmap laid out before us. We have to... Let's see the strength card. We have to basically kill all bosses on the next run. And then not get Mega Satan blocked while also getting enough for the Mega Satan door in terms of getting enough HP. The keys. Okay, we need to stop taking damage though. At this point, we can't even reliably take one of the Devil Deal items from the Dark Chest. Yeah, entirely too much damage right now. All right, my shadow's not going to be it. I would love to get Pentagram, but we just can't at this point. It is not safe. And Hermit card looks like at this time it was not a big time player. This is a huge room. How many Cubone actually reside in this room? A lot of bonies. Emperor card here would be doing us a solid, Sloths. This is kind of a nightmare room to navigate by the occult. Sure. We don't have any red hearts, so we do get Epiphora now, which doesn't affect Brimstone right now. But if we end up having Jello, that would be nice. The reason why I use the reverse sun card here is not because I like Curse of Darkness, but it's because I wanted to get the damage up. We are going to need. Now, if it comes down to it, I will R-key just to save our life here, because the Omega run doesn't matter if we're dead. So if it comes down to survivability versus trying to, Omega run, if we take too much damage here, I will R-key to save ourselves. I legitimately don't know what hit me down there. We are getting to the point now where we're going to have to R-key. We've taken way too much damage. We'll take Wooden Cross, which does give us the Holy Mantle. Not sure what happened to that projectile. I guess it got blocked by the frozen lamprey. Yeah, we've gone the wrong way. All right. Definitely in full Curse of this Invicta navigation mode right now. You can see how many problems having Eye of the Occult and Brimstone is causing us right now. We really don't have to extend the reticule that far away from our body like that. In fact, it's probably better that we don't. If I can change directions on Brimstone as fast as possible. I'm going to give it the old college try, but if I have to abandon ship, I will. We get lost contact, which is actually fine. If we go down to 1 HP, I will abandon ship. I don't want to. I'm going to try my best here, but I don't want to abandon the Omega run possibility, but I'm also not going to sacrifice my life just to make it happen. Doing great, Mongo baby. Okay, we clutched it up. Healy Curse the Blind. Second seed, 3 Lima, Juliet Bravo, 8 Kilo, 2 Yankee. All right, so we still got to be extremely careful here. We've got to be extremely careful. We are not safe, despite this being a victory lap. Everything now deals 1 full heart of damage. And we still are going to be suffering from the same issues that we had on the first lap, which was obviously damage and mobility. Mobility is now being a major problem, as you saw on the Dark Chest. There's no way for me to know if we're scrolling through the backpack. Backpack is not necessarily a needed thing, but I don't know where we must have picked up a soul heart and I didn't realize it. Flying pony, which does nothing for us. So point of order. We have to get a Mega Satan key here. We need to get HP. We need to get damage. We need to get another R key at some point, or the backpack, or Genesis, something like that. Ice bag could prove. Whoa, computer. Whoa! I swear, either my hard drive or my video card is crapping out. Ice bag is interesting because it allows us to re-roll, but we can't guarantee what items we're going to re-roll, and also we would have to be 1,000,000 in one shot to re-roll into Genesis or something like that. Although, to be fair, I'm not married to this. I'm really, really, truly not married to us having Eye of Occult and Brimstone. It's actually causing us more problems than it is helping us. It's that bad. I don't think we would have taken half the damage that we did take if I didn't have Brimstone and Eye of the Occult. So a D4 I don't think rerolls the R key, but I'm not going to take that chance. I need to find a pedestal that I can put the R key down, just in case we do get a D4. So D10 doesn't matter. Black Candle is fantastic, obviously. Pandora's Box doesn't help us right now, but it does allow me to put the R key down just in case we do get a D4. Placenta here. I do not need any of these. I'm going to be clearing out the rest of this floor just to see if we can get a D4. A D12. That's only good for in this room, so... Okay. It's okay. Go back at Eden's Blessing. Eden's Blessing, since it's on a victory lap, it will not count towards tomorrow's run. So we've stabilized a little bit here on our HP. God, the speed of that small champion there. At least it gave the illusion that it was very fast. Eternal D-Sizzle doesn't do anything for us. Charge key here, don't really care about that. An Eternal D-Sizzle. Here for backpack here. Blank card. Let's go ahead and take the Soul Heart just in case. So it's no big consequence to go into the curse room right now, but there's nothing in there that we're going to find that I would want. And you got to remember as well, something is to consider is the fact that we re-rolled into, we spun down into Archie, which means that there's a chance that the Archie, I don't know if this re-rolls the Archie. I don't think it does, but I'm not going to risk it yet. Anyway, going back to the Archie spawning, or not spawning, but us forcing it to spawn with spin down die, is that we may see it again. But none of that matters unless we get past the Mega Stand block. It always comes down to whether or not we can get the Delirium Portal to spawn after killing Mega Satan. D1 doesn't matter. Zodiac. If we are going to D4, I'd rather start picking up items now. So we got Leo here. I saw a double tinted rock for a second. Get perfection. So still no sacrifice room yet. I do want to find the book bag. 26. We could potentially get a big time play here if we end up getting some item pedestals. The mystery gift. All right, so we know what type of mood the game is now. We understand what we're up against now. I fully expect us, if we do manage to get to Mega Satan, I fully expect us to not get a Delirium Portal at this point. Get the D-Twizzle. Room D20, which gave us Dad's Lost Coin. We need to get more money now since we wasted it on the claw machine. The D100 will absolutely reroll our active item. I don't think the D4 does, but again, I'd feel real bad if we end up getting rid of this R key. Fortune cookie. Okay, so we at least can put down the R key for now. I can play a little bit more loose, and if we do get an R key or a reroll now with the D4 or the D100, we're free to do so. I'm a little hesitant at re-rolling with the D100 though, because obviously we have to worry about our stats. This is only a one item shop, fully upgraded by the way. Eternal Heart, that's fine. E20 is going to reroll stuff on the ground. If you're wondering why this run is going so slow, it's just because of our lack of damage right now. Right now. Ooh, that's interesting. Use the glass D20 and... Okay. Keeping it real as always, Fortune Cookie. Get the Eternal D-Sizzle, which has now taken 2 of our items. Let's go look for a D4 or D100. I will D100 this at this point. I don't want to, but for the name of possibly maybe getting more damage, I'm willing to. Yeah, we've already been in there. Not sure why our movement speed is so bad. If we had gotten Libra... Oh, it's because we have Taurus, that's why. Yep. The Taurus from Zodiac. D100. Gonna rip it. Get Pop. Pop, Libra, Monstrance, Chaos. Get a regular D-Sizzle. Little Harbingers, of course, because that is one of the most favorite things that the D100 loves to give people. Oh, and Beggar just took our dime. Did that just so we wouldn't get charged with Soul Heart. I mean, our tears rate is okay. Oh, we have options as well. Tears rate is okay thanks to Libra. What is happening? Oh, we have sulfuric acid. I had no idea. Yeah. Definitely not. Definitely not a good reroll. Fortune Cookie gave us exactly nothing.
Infested.
We have false PhD for now, but I don't really think it's going to matter. I will maybe play this bomb beggar. We have 39 bombs. Getting a little bit of extra money wouldn't hurt. By that I mean 2 cents, and we'll head on down. D12. Have a D7 here. D-Whizzle. Obviously, we're going to be looking for another D4 or D100, but I need to find somewhere to put the R key down. As Proptosis, which with Pop is absolutely dreadful. So we need to slow our roll on that until we find some way to get rid of the R key here. What in the hell is this room? Like, what? Like, what are we actually looking at in here? Gotta remember we don't have flying. So we're gonna have to blast our way through this fire here. Lots of red hearts, so if there is a sack room somewhere, we do eventually get one. The D8, no thank you. D1. Definitely don't want many eyes, although it does give us extra tears. We have fire mine, like, not sure what we keep getting hit by. Unless that was a warfly or something that I didn't notice, which is possible. We're getting some money here. I'm in hopes that we maybe find. That's right, we have chaos.
The world.
World card shows us nothing, unfortunately. We can get a tears rate upgrade here with Binky. Okay. So no, we get absolutely no help. No sack room, no nothing. Necronomicon. We're gonna head on down. There's a lost. That golden. I don't know what buddy that is, but D7 for the hell of it. Okay, so what we need to do is, again, gotta get it. We have to get a key. If we don't get a key, then basically there's just no reason to keep going here. Like, we could R key and then hope that we get another R key, but then that would make us get a third R key, and I'm not going to do a 2.5 hour video. Like, I'm just not. We need to do boss rush on this lap too, which is even more scary, because this is going to be our last time to do boss rush for a while. I'm going to use the D4. If it re-rolls the R key, I apologize. Okay, it didn't re-roll the R key. Good to know. What's happening here? We have kidney stone. Okay. Okay. I just had to know. Man, our tears rate is simply not good. Now, if I end up using the D100, it would, for a fact, re-roll the R key. I was pretty sure that the glass D4 didn't, but I wasn't, like, entirely sure. The hush room here. Oh man, our stats took a dive because we lost Libra. Did get rid of chaos. I'm just gonna take all these for now because I am going to D4 again, obviously. But we may be getting to the point where the Omega run is just probably not going to be worth it. That doesn't mean I'm going to give up. You know me, I never give up. But right now, I would have to say that this is by far the weakest Omega run that we will ever attempt. I'm hoping that the D4 hooks us up with something great here. What are those spikes even doing? They have a lot of red heart HP too, I'm just now seeing. Kidney stone is nice, but unfortunately we don't have any way of keeping the tears up. We don't have rock bottom or anything like that.
Speed down.
I'm excited somewhere. Dude. Oh, it's the reverse stopwatch. That's what it is. Or the broken stopwatch. Can't do it. Not until we get rid of our... Not until we can get an item pedestal to get our R key away from us. A glass D6, which would have been nice in the secret room. Okay, so we can at least drop... We can at least drop the R key for now. Alabaster box is definitely not ideal here. We get the D4. I'm going to absolutely rip it. Game-breaking bug, mom's knife. You have flying thanks to Spear of the Night. Well, we have to do boss rush here. Chocolate knife is not terrible. We can at least take Brimstone for Leviathan again, but also, or Sulfur again. which gives us Leviathan again. We don't get the HP upgrade, unfortunately. And we'll take Lusty Blood here as well. So this should help us out with the boss rush. So we're doing this just to make sure that we get the boss rush component of the Omega Run done. They keep on using Sulfur just for the damage upgrades. We have an extra life too. I'm not sure what. Oh, it's a 1-up. Okay. My God. That sound you're hearing, by the way, is the game-breaking bug. Re-rolling stuff because I'm double tapping Brimstone Mom's Knife, so you're hearing it just constantly re-roll stuff. This would be a legendary run if we end up pulling out an Omega Run out of it. And we have a glass D20 too, so all the hearts on the ground we can at least re-roll. And maybe get some extra HP. I'd be happy with that. Got a soul heart out of it, I'll take it. Bit of extra money. First card doesn't really matter. That was good.
The fool.
Okay, and we still don't know if we are on... We don't know if this is a... If we end up having Sacrum. I don't think we do. Pretty sure we already went down here. Here's the Hush Room. I am going to grab these soul hearts, obviously. Right now, it's not looking good for the Omega Run because we still don't have a key to get into the Mega Satan door. If we get to the chest without having a key and we don't somehow find Dad's key in the chest at that point, I'm gonna pull the plug. And we'll just have to try for another day. But you can't say that I didn't put everything into it. I'm definitely trying. I more than anyone want to see an Omega Run this year. Say thank you to Sulfur. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Idiot D100, but we can't use it. What? Trail just going. What? What was that? Did that come from Blood Puppy? Where did that other shot come from? Was it just that slow and I just didn't see it or something? That was... Or did Game Breaking Bug re-roll something? I don't know, man. I'm starting to lose my mind here. The problem now is that we don't have enough HP to fully play... To fully do a Sacrum Shuffle. still don't. Okay, so here's the sack room. The glass D12 re-rolled the sack room. Did not know that that was possible. This run is just scuffed beyond belief. We got skipped to the boss room. Dude, I don't even know what's going on anymore in this run. This is some wacky things happening in this run. More HP, but we've accidentally re-rolled the Sacrum spikes, so not much coming back from that. Okay, so remember, if you get the glass D12, do not re-roll in the Sacrum, otherwise the Sacrum will disappear. Get random deck of cards, which is actually kind of crazy because now this allows us to at least use the re-roll. Oh, it's gonna be Sacred Heart, isn't it? We can at least use a reroll now without fear of losing the R key. Belial is pretty good. Gonna be overridden by Mom's Knife, but it does count as another Devil Deal item. It still does not change. It doesn't change our issues here. And that is right now getting enough HP to actually complete a Sacrum Shuffle to get the Angel Key. Did not get a Soul Heart from the green champion, Larry, unfortunately. My God. Bloody Lust is helping us a bit with our damage. I mean, Lover's Card, there is a sack room here. Lover's Card's pretty big. If we can get more hearts, that'd be great. We don't want the Eternal Heart yet. I almost D100. Oh, I mean, I guess we technically could and should, probably. I'm going to D100. This should maybe drop the cards. D100 re-rolls the sack room. Because it does the D12. This is the most actual scuffed run of all time. A Devil Deal. Sure. Eternal D-Sizzle, sure. Why not? You know? What is our 1-up here? What do we get that's a 1-up? We already have Guppy's Collar. That's what it is. Oh, okay. So the fun thing is that we still have to fight Hush, and on 1 HP, I don't think that's gonna be happening here, brothers and sisters. So we are now gonna have to be relegated to finding a Dad's Key on the next floor, or we may have to R-key just out of safety at this point and just win the run. Get HP. Gonna get one more clear here just to get a charge on starter on the deck of cards. Oh, we have the 4.5 volt. That's why. Get the... Now, hang on a second. The mystery card counts as an R key. But we still need access to the Mega Satan door. And we also still need to fight Hush on this lap. We have less than a minute to decide here. Oh boy. This is going to have to be some clutch of all clutches here. Stapler gives us damage. Take Inner Eye. I guess it hurts. Well, bandages HP, but we don't have any money to afford it. Well, bandage would be nice, though. Looking for any kind of crawl space here. Now, I'm encouraged by at least us getting Inner Eye, because this will allow us to have an easier time with Hush, especially with us having Dr. Fetus, and I believe we're getting random shots from something. I don't know what. Got a dice proc in here. D20. You get rid of Bob's brains, that's going to be a problem. Oh, it's not random shots. It's literally just brimstone bombs. Okay. It's a dangerous fight here, and we still have to get access into the Mega Stand door. Now, because we have a freebie R key, this would allow us to restart without worry of us wasting the R key, I believe. Good hits there from Athame. Kind of weird how we got Dr. Fetus and Epic Fetus. None of this is the dangerous part yet here. We gotta wait for the continuum shots. Dodging these shots are relatively easy, fairly speaking. Megathame shots. Because we have almost unlimited range, we can fire at Hush while still being relatively safe. Get hit by Bob's brain. Very difficult to dodge while also trying to fire Epic Fetus. Wow, we actually no-hit that with this combo of items. Is pretty insane. We're not going to be able to get Old Bandage, unfortunately, but we're alive. We can re-roll in here. This is our last chance for a shop here, so we might as well make it count. Azazel. It's not really going to matter. Boneheart. We'll take a Boneheart. I ain't mad at that. Would shield us from losing at least a little bit of HP. All right. I have hope. Now, if there's still a chance. There's still a chance for a sack room on this floor. If we get enough red hearts. Or re-roll into enough red hearts. Theoretically, we could still do the sack room shuffle. Theoretically. Because we would have something to re-roll with the dice bag. And we have the Boneheart. Would I re-roll this run right now? Yes. If we get a D4, I'm absolutely re-rolling this run. I now have 2 different keys I need to be careful and cognizant of not hitting accidentally. I now have to make sure I don't hit the spacebar item. I also need to make sure I don't hit Q. If we manage to pull this one back from the brinks of disaster and get an R key or get an Omega run out of this, this will be the greatest run that we've ever seen. It'd be the run of the year. Just like to get a little bit more HP. An extended hit there from Athame. So looking for a sack room. Item in here. Could possibly be in here. Jawbone, of course. World card. Is there a sack room?
The world.
There's not a sack room. So we are now relegated to rolling into it. Or finding the dad's key while also maintaining it. It has to be on the next floor in order for us to roll into it. Stay in the course here, not trying to overreach, not do anything, any sudden movements. I've already goofed it once today. I'm not going to goof it again. Charge Beggar doesn't do anything for us. Big damage there from Epic Fetus and Dr. Fetus. Good damage there. Hey, we got an Eternal Heart, too. Look at that. All right, let's see if we can get into Dad's... If we get a Dad's Key or a Get Out of Jail Free card, we can still technically do it. Glitter Bombs is... Glitter Bombs is good for this. We'll take Linger Bean as well as Leprosy. Now, something else to consider is that if we get keys, we should let the Key Beggar take them. Because he can give us chests that can give us items. Every chest he gives us guaranteed items. I didn't even see what hit us there. Do not want to use the SK. Accidentally picked up the charge key as I was making my way to the heart. There is another method that we could do, which could potentially spawn a get out of jail free card, but it's something I'm not willing to do, just because of the insane amount of time it's going to take. And that would be to, because we have glitter bombs. Technically speaking, we could fire indefinitely until one spawns. I am not willing to do that, though. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I'll take my chances with a different run. Could also be laying a bunch of bombs down. The D10. But re-rolling both of the sack rooms is just peak scuffed with this run. My God, I think. Okay. We got Dad's key. No way, dude. No way. No way this is going to happen, right? No way. This is all a big debate. The game is going to give us is going to block us at Mega Satan. There's no way that this is going to work out at the end of the day after everything that's happened in this run. No way. Now we have your attention. Okay, priority number one is not dying, obviously. This is the game setting us up. It's trying to give us false hope here. I don't trust this for a second. There's no way that we can get this lucky. I was trying to look for that red heart and couldn't find it. I think I heard people audibly cheer when they saw Dad's keys show up randomly there. Now everyone's awake. All right, phase 2. We still have to beat Mega Satan, though. This is not a fantastic build. At least there's red hearts dropping in case we do get down to red heart damage. And then on top of all that, we have to beat Delirium with this build. Dude. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. We've been through so much on this run. To land where we are now is actually unbelievable. The hard part is over. We've got 2 R keys right now. And we passed the Mega Stand block. But now the hardest part awaits us now, and that's beating Delirium with this run. Without dying. Now there is a caveat here. If we end up getting in trouble, we can still R key and still go fight Delirium, but then we need another R key because we still need to go alt path and fight Mother. And then we need to get out of the Mother fight with another R key to go fight Beast. So it has to be now, essentially, is what I'm saying. We have to beat Delirium on this run if this is going to happen. I'm sorry, I keep picking up your keys. I'm sorry, Keybagger. And here's an even bigger problem that we're facing right now, is that we have no way of getting out of the Delirium fight should we accidentally run into him. Which means that we are in a very precarious scenario here with going into boss rooms that we don't trust. So our game plan now shifts from we need to find a teleport card so we can get out of the Delirium fight just in case we accidentally stumble upon him and also not die in the process. So it is not safe currently for us to go into any boss room until we find a teleport card, which means we're going to have to do a full clear void. So our problems have only been compounded now, but this build is bad. Epic Feet is bad. Just gonna rip the D12 now to see if we can get some kind of HP back. It is so difficult to navigate Epic Fetus while also having Bob's Brain, while also trying not to get hit by the 3 shots from Inner Eye. So, goal number 1 is to not die. Goal number 2 is to find a teleport card that we can get out of the Delirium fight. We have to D4 here. I cannot keep doing this with this build. We have Tractor Beam, but Tiny Planet. Capricorn, we got a ton of HP. We just rolled into a ton of HP. We have Jupiter, but we also have Knockout Drops. Capricorn. That is Cursed Eye. There's our HP. Fighting Delirium with Cursed Eye. Our damage is kicking, though. I will say that. Really kicking. The only solace here is that if we do run into Delirium with Cursed Eye, we can at least teleport out of there. Now I'm holding on to Anarchist Cookbook just in case we accidentally hit spacebar or we need a D100, something like that. I think we might be okay with this build for Delirium, though. I think. I have to tap fire with Cursed Eye because I can't risk getting hit and teleported somewhere. I don't know how we managed to maintain Bob's Brain after all this. We do get Bookworm, which is totally fine with me. It gives us more shots for Tractor Beam and also more shots for Tiny Planet. I don't believe this is Delirium, but we'll see. It is not. We got an extra Eternal Desizzle. Which, hey, nice. Some damage out of it. Lots of bombs going off everywhere. Just hold on tight, Isaac. There's another boss room over there. I also don't think that that's Delirium either. I think we're clear to go take him out. Now remember, we don't have to have the R key in our possession. In fact, I think it's better that we drop the mystery card as well, just so we don't accidentally use it. I'm trying to eliminate all possibilities here of a Sinvicta brain moment. So that way, when we get this Omega run, we can definitively say that Sinvicta redeemed himself from the Sacred Heart snafu, and also pulled off one of the greatest runs of all time, if this does pan out the way it goes. I still am shook by the fact that we found that random dad's key. I cannot believe that happened on the last chest that we could have possibly gotten. Okay. This is the seed for the second, or the victory lap, if I didn't read it already. 3 Lima, Juliet Bravo, 8 Kilo, 2 Yankee. I don't remember if I read it off or not. I thought there was no way that we were, unfortunately, we're just going to have to exit this run. I thought there was just no way that it was going to be possible. And then here we are. If we can beat Delirium, and if the R key does not get consumed by the mystery card, which I don't think it does. I could be wrong, though, with the single-use items, though. I could be wrong. The R key may still get yeeted, but we still have a chance. We just need to find another R key or Genesis or something like that. Or Death Certificate. So there's still chances for us, even if our R key gets taken up by the mystery card. There are still chances for us to get this Omega run out. Obviously, we don't really want to re-roll this build at this point because we have so much HP. We're going to need every single ounce of strength for this run to beat Delirium. The only turd in the punch bowl is the fact that we have Cursed Eye, which I need to be. It just comes down to dodging, which with us having Jupiter makes it even more dangerous. So I am going to take Cracked Crown, as that is going to help us out with damage a lot. So if we beat Delirium, we use the mystery card after holding R key, and we'll see if it consumes the R key or not. It's at this point, I think it's a 50-50 of I don't remember if it does or not. I don't think it does, but I could be wrong. Book of Secrets, might as well use it. This has got to be Delirium here. Okay, here we go. We cannot get hit. We don't want to get teleported. We just sit back and deal as much damage as we can. Without getting hit. Without dying. No reason for us to be firing right now. He's not close enough. Gonna back off. Not sure what hit us there. I think it may have been Bob's brain, I guess. It's very, very difficult to see what's actually our shots and what's his shots. Especially with him jostling all around the place. I have no idea where he is. Just gonna do this over here and then stop firing so we don't get teleported. It's not Delirium. That's Delirium. Big damage there because he was Larry Jr. What in the world was that speed? And he goes down. Wow, dude. If this doesn't consume the R key, we've got the Omega run in the bag. So, all bosses down up to Delirium and Megastan. If the mystery card does not consume the R key, we've got it in the bag. If it does consume the R key, then our job becomes more complicated, but it's still not over yet. The moment of truth is here. I'm 50-50. I do not remember if the R key is consumed by the mystery card. It is not. Same seed, same everything. Now we go to alt path and we still have an R key. Now it comes down to not hitting the R key accidentally. Us as Rags, it gives us an opportunity to live. D4, I'm going to D4 this. It's Cursed Eye, but we do have a lot of damage. I'm going to stick with it. I think that if we forsake this run now, something bad's going to happen. So we can say that we did it with a very suboptimal build. Backpack would be amazing. Now we go alt path, we beat Mother, R key, beat Beast, and then it's over. And we will have accomplished the greatest Isaac run ever. Okay, so I'm not concerned with anything but fighting bosses. If we find shops along the way, great. Get a double deal here, latchkey. Honestly, Mom's knife will not stop the Cursed Eye effect. Oh no, it does stop it. But here's the thing, is that Mom's Knife Tiny Planet, it is good. But I think our tiers are going to be better. This will be an excellent time to remind people to not go to the comment section until after you've watched a video. Avoid spoilers. Okay, before we start using money here, let's see what's in the shop. Definitely want the treasure map. It's going to help us out with mapping. We need to get the... Oh, we do not want that with Bomber Boy. or with Bob's brain. Tizzy! Now it's the greatest run of all time. If we can do this. If I don't fat finger the spacebar. Lord help me. For everything that is holy, please do not let me fat finger the spacebar. So I'm really, really hoping that we don't. This is going to be a little bit scary because we can still technically die in here. So we got to be extremely careful in here. We just need to make a beeline straight for the item room. Staying far away because I do not want to get hit by Bob's brain as the Lost. Okay. Have the knife piece number 1. This is about the most danger that we could be in. Okay. Very tense in the air right now. Very, very tense. When we get to Mother, we can start celebrating. Until then, we still got work to do. Meat just gives us more damage. Yes. Okay. We have goat heads, and we're 2 or 3 guppy, which is going to help us out in damage. Now remember, we still have to go beat Mother and then Beast. So our job is far from over. The planetarium, look at that. We're not going to be silly. We're not going to go do anything crazy. We can start memeing and celebrating after we get the job done. Let's finish the job here. I'm gonna have to set this as an instant premiere, just because the length of the video is going to give it away. I think. I mean, we're at 1 hour 53 minutes and 18 seconds right now. I don't know if this is the longest Isaac run I've ever had. If it's not, then it's got to be close. But for what we went through in this run, to where we are now at the precipice of this year's first Omega run, is truly remarkable. And it's definitely something that should be celebrated by all. But I am going to have to unfortunately do this as a world premiere, as an Insta premiere, because people they'll see the length of the video and then just immediately know, or maybe not. Maybe not, but there's always those people who like to just fast forward to the end and then post about it in the comments. So, and I don't. This is a special enough occasion where I don't want that to happen. Blue cap, which is going to give us an HP upgrade and tears upgrade. And we get Guppy out of an Eternal D6. Man, I got to say, the dice bag has absolutely proven itself. All right, time to get the second key piece here. We still have work to do. Let's not talk like this is done yet. And then another thing after Mothers, we have to beat Beast with Cursed Eye. But I think if we can do it against Delirium, we can do it against anybody. Take more options. That is going to give us a second item room here. I'm already a little frazzled because of the Sacred Heart thing. But also I'm even more frazzled because now the weight of the situation is starting to really expose itself. And I do not want to ruin this for everybody. Including myself. I don't want to ruin this opportunity for myself. So I'm going to be way more focused on this victory lap, more than I have ever been. Well, it's not even a victory lap, but way more focused on this regular run than I have ever been until we get this done. And that includes not hitting the spacebar. So my left thumb is as far away as possible from the spacebar. It's making me play very awkwardly too, but you know, do what we got to do. We got to get through here. We got to get through the womb. Or Pandemonium. Not Pandemonium. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Path of Exile. We got to get through the Mausoleum. And then it's on the corpse. And then beating Mother. Then we can R-key. And then it's Happy Days. No need to rush this. Just take it in. Remember what I tell everybody. Patience is a virtue here. No need to rush. You just send her in the opposite direction that you're trying to go, and that's it. Never seen this room before. I have no memory of this place. Send her down, grab a bomb. That. Send her up, and then we go down. Nothing fancy. We want to go right, so we send her left. We want to go down, so we send her up. That simple. We want to go down, so we send her to a little bit to the left because we can't send her up right now. We want to go right, so we try to send her left. If not left, then down. We go down, so we send her up. We go right, so we send her left. As much as we can. We go down, so we send her up. We sprint. Flawless other run there. I'm gonna stop hitting the spacebar item. I'm gonna stop hitting the spacebar to skip room transitions as well. That's how much I do not want to mess this up for people. I think it was power. I have to lose the Eternal Heart, which really sucks. I don't think there was a Soul Heart that we could get. Let's see real quick. If we can get a Soul Heart, or not a Soul Heart, but just an HP upgrade here, then I don't mind losing the Eternal Heart. Okay, that's fine. I am gonna see what's inside the secret room. Okay, so we're going to lose the Eternal Heart. Still kind of stinks, but that's okay. So just taking it easy here. Again, it ain't over until we are fighting Mother with our R key intact. Another thing I need to be aware of, and we should probably at this point drop the dice bag, is being very careful not to hit the D100. I'm going to commit to this run. We're fully committed now. No more re-rolling. I do not want to accidentally tap the D100 and ruin this. I will do everything in my power to make sure that I do not bung this up. We bled, cried, we sweat. We've done everything we can on this run. Hit the spacebar there. To make sure that this can happen. What in the world? There's two Mom's Pearls? Don't trust that for a moment. I was gonna say, shot speed is actually not bad here. Death card, we don't care about. Not taking any unnecessary movements or risks or anything. And this may seem silly to those of you who are watching this thinking like, why are you just, this is stupid. Why are you playing like ultra careful even for you? You probably haven't been here for the entire year, but we have been trying to get Omega runs this entire time this year. And we are now on the very cusp of getting it done. The only thing stopping me is myself at this point. And being careless. I'm doing everything we can to avoid that. I believe we still have both of them, so I'm just gonna take the negative just because. I honestly don't even care what's in the devil deal at this point. Go down to corpse. One floor from the promised land. And even then, I really don't want to celebrate until we see zeros on the score on the clock, and we know it's over. I'm now starting to go through my brain just to make sure that we've gotten everyone. We've beaten Hush, beaten Isaac, we've beaten Blue Baby, we've done Boss Rush, Mega Satan, Delirium, Mom, obviously, Mom's Heart, obviously. Lamb, obviously. Clutched up Lamb. Doesn't that feel like forever ago? When we had to clutch Lamb, we almost had to call it quits. We really clutched up against him. We clutched up against Hush. Clutched up against Delirium. No, we don't take 9 lives at this point. That's way too much HP to sacrifice. No. And we're already guppy. So let's see if we can get through this this floor here without bunging it up. Got to go straight to Mother. I don't care what's on this floor. We don't need a sacrifice room to teleport us out of there, or teleport us to Lamb for a victory lap. We don't need to find a teleport card. All we got to do is beat Mother without dying, without teleporting out, and not hitting the R key until she's dead. This is probably the most careful I've ever played this year, and maybe in the last couple years, to be honest. Here we go. The job is nearly done. Ace 2 already, good damage. Stopping firing. Why stop firing? Stopping firing. And down goes Mother. We hit R key. And now we can start celebrating. Because now all we have to do is beat Beast, and that is it. And the first Omega run of 2024 will be achieved. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe the way that everything went, how everything went down in this run. The scuffs, the misplays, the bad damage, the almost reset with the R key that we had to do against Lamb. To where we are now is absolutely unbelievable. I would have never thought that this run, out of all the runs that we've done this year, would be it. There's just no way in my mind. That is truly amazing. Oh man, what a journey. If you made it this far without skipping ahead, if you made it this far without being spoiled, or you appreciate the journey that we all have gone through today, and appreciate that I did everything that I could to make sure that we had the best chance to make this with a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill, click the like button. If you've been recommended this video from the recommended tab because it's going crazy or whatever like that, and you enjoy what you see here, or you just enjoy my content or company, then click the like button and subscribe. We'd love to have you here in the Mosh Pit. It is a legendary community built off of many, many years of doing what I do, and I couldn't be more proud of it. Angel deal. We get Sacred Heart anyway. Wow. Now even the game has to admit that it's celebrating. There's no other explanation for that. Look at that. Who knew? On the most random of days, on a Monday of all things in September, late September, the best month that we've had out of this year in terms of regular runs, it delivers us an R key run. And not only an R key run, but an Omega run. I'm not going to stay any longer here. We're going to go straight to Beast, just so I don't accidentally just keep on going on autopilot. We get Jello. I mean, everyone's coming out at this point for this run here. all the big time players. I'm sorry, D-Bizzle. I know you were there, but look. It is time to celebrate.
Spent it. It's gone. Just get over it.
You mean it's gone? How can you have spent our savings?
Take Charm of the Vampire for even more damage and healing, of course. I'm like, every time we get into this position, I'm running through my head just to make sure that we got every single boss. And we definitely did. We got Mom. We got Boss Rush. We got Hush. We got Delirium. We got Mega Stan. We got Isaac. We got Blue Baby. We got Mother. And now we got Beast. That's everybody. That's all of them.
You need to confess your sins and become saved. Let his light
Things flying everywhere here.
cleanse your soul.
So technically speaking, we're not done yet. We still have to beat Beast. We have Cursed Eye, which is definitely a problem. But it's nothing compared to what we've been through on this run. And I can finally relax my thumb again. My left thumb is like, I kept it like just stiff, just hovering over the space bar. Or not, trying not to hover over the space bar, I mean. But it all comes down to that Giga Chad chest that dropped the dad's key out of nowhere. That, and of course, getting past the Mega Stand block. And I know it's controversial. I know people say, oh, even though you made the Omega run, you should at least allow you to skip out of the Mega Stand block anyway. Them's the rules. It's got to be an Omega run like that. And that's what makes this one even sweeter, is that after all the failed runs that we've had this year, we finally get the Delirium Portal after Mega Stand on a very, very, very scuffed run. And that makes it all the sweeter. Video is now 2 hours and 13 minutes and 13 seconds long. I am ready for it to be over so we can celebrate an Omega run with everyone in the mosh pit and just enjoy this momentous occasion, because what one hell of a run. Let's seal the deal here. Now the fun thing is that we can technically fire with Jello like this. I think we would still be teleported, but at this point I'm willing to just let him go. We have so much damage now. Oh my gosh. Yep. Pestilence is dead, I think. Yep. Oh, War is super dead. Break out the champagne mosh pit. Rejoice and cheer. I think we have done it. We didn't even see death, and Beastie's going to get knocked off the screen here. I'm going to stop firing briefly, but she might just get hung up in the shots anyway. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh man, it's combining all of our power. And down she goes. Beast is down. We get the Omega run of 2024.
And a white beam of light.
I really hope I didn't miss anything on this boss or on the Omega run. I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Oh my gosh. amazing run to start off the week. And, man, if you don't click the like button after that, then I don't know what else to say. Capping off what might be the greatest Isaac run in the history of Isaac runs, to end it where we did, to where we started, is truly amazing. And, man, we don't get runs like this very often. After so many snafus, so many accidental rerolls, so many rerolls of the sacrifice room, to end where we did is just astounding. So thank you all very much for watching. If I ended up making this an instant premiere, thank you all very much as well. Those of you in the live chat, just truly amazing is the Mosh Pit. If you enjoyed what you saw here, make sure you click the like button, leave a comment down below, and of course subscribe if you're new here to the Mosh Pit and you enjoy the cut of my jib. Or if you don't, then that's fine as well. Then go check out, you can check out my live runs over at twitch.tv/Invicta. Don't forget about the gaming channel. All the links can be found down below. And again, shout out to Alex, my artist, who does all the editing for the shorts as well as all the art for the thumbnails. Breathe easy, Mosh Pit. It's going to be a great start to the week here. And thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. And as always, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Mark J. Cameron, Newborn God, and Mr. Melon Man. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.